Today's guest is UkedudeTex. Tex, not text. Tex, I'll get it out of my mouth right. It helps if I did warm-ups. Okay, well, anyway, he's here. He's new to TikTok. He's got an interesting backstory. He plays ukulele. He's been trying out different times for his lives. We're going to talk about that here on the Chat and Chill Show. And let's pull him up. Let's get him up here. Let's go. Boop-a-doo-boop-boop-boo. All right, here he is, everyone. Hey, UkedudeTex. We did it.
Are we on? Is it actually working?
I think we're on. Now, the question for the chat.
After the last time that I came on briefly, I was like, forget about the mixer. I'm just going to go straight phone, and we'll just go from there. So
whatever you
I
want
did
to
an
do.
interview last night. It worked out fine. So I think we'll just do that.
Okay,
anyway.
Whatever you want to do. That's fine. Yeah. You are freezing. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me try one more thing.
I'm a little hot right now, Brenda. But you say I'm freezing? Sorry, joke. Squirrel.
No.
Oh, now I see he's frozen. He's frozen. It's okay. You're okay now. Okay. Hey, Christy, welcome in. Okay, I hear you now.
Should be better now.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Is it better now?
So I see we have 9 people in the room. So if you all, hey, Jeff, if you can share it out, get this going, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, the first question I ask everyone, Uke, is what time zone?
Central.
He's in Central time. I still can't talk today. Central time zone. See, I didn't do my warm-ups. Bad me. Yeah. Central time zone, same time zone I'm in. But we have people from all over the world that come into Chat and Chill. So I can't stay because, you're a doctor's appointment. Jeff, I totally understand that. Yeah, I totally get it. I wasn't sure I was even going to be able to have a show today because it hits right in that time zone where you're going to places. I get it.
Right.
Yeah, and it's 2:30 in the morning in Australia. You can't sleep. Well, Christy, I'm sorry you can't sleep, but I'm glad you're here.
Well, let me sing Christy a song. That usually does it. All I can do is just sing one song and she'll be out.
Okay, Christy, he's going to sing you a song.
So we'll hold off. We'll hold off
on chat, and we're just going to go right to the chill.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. How are you doing? Let's forget about me for a second. How are you doing? How's the family?
How am I doing? I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot was going on, and I didn't want to bother you.
No, I know. I was playing it one day at a time here because for the people that don't know, my dad's in ICU. So it's been an eventful Labor Day. How did you spend your Labor Day weekend? Well, I spent mine over at St. Louis University Hospital. That's how I spent mine. So, So it's been, hey, Lucky, welcome in. So they repaired his back. He had bleed in his back. It was not good. We'll just say that it wasn't good. So they did repair it. It's he's got a lot of other health ailments and plus his age. So there's risk factors, and they were the only one that was available to do it. They had to go to a trauma hospital, and which is I'm no stranger to that trauma hospital. So there's all that with it. And then he's made it through the surgery, but he's having some respiratory issues, but he seems to be responding to the treatments, and fingers crossed he will make it out to the floor. And hopefully if he makes it to the floor, then he can make it back to a hospital near us. So but with trauma, if you've ever been on the trauma drama train, anything can happen. So there's that. And I was afraid to announce too far in advance.
Until we at least talked about it, because I mean, you send, and it's so nice that my new community here, on TikTok. I'm just 3 months into this, but you send the little prayer hands and just to let people know, hey, we're thinking about you. Yeah. That's about all you can do. So. Yeah. But anyway, well, good. Hopefully he's on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed. And so I found that if I announce things too far in advance, something happens.
Yeah.
So we kind of played it. I kind of get it up closer to time. And I'm like, yesterday, I'm like, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. So,
Yeah.
and then I announced it and I'm like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to have a show. Now, I don't know what Tuesday's show is going to bring, by the way.
Hi, Yvonne. Hi,
Before
Kelly.
we get
These
to
are
the
people that
interview.
come into all my lives, so I got to say hello to
Yeah,
them.
hello
So
everyone. Before we get too far into the interview, I
okay.
don't know what Tuesday's going to bring because my guest had to reschedule.
Oh
So
no.
I don't have a guest for Tuesday night, and normally I would be freaking out about it. And I'm like kind of going, well, you never know. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, two times in a row with me is probably too much, but I think that we'll be back by
I
Tuesday
might
night.
open boxes up if all
If
else.
you get into buy, yeah, if you do that, do open
I
boxes
might
and
just do
people
an
can
open
stop
box,
by.
and people who can come can come.
Yeah,
You know,
just let me
I'm
know.
my backup person. I don't know if you know Robin Hinkle.
Uh-huh.
He's been on the show like 5, 6 times, and
Yeah.
he's trying to beat a record. So, and usually I can call on him. Hey, Robin, what you doing? You got a gig? Can you play? He's not been feeling well, so um,
No.
yeah. And I'm like, no, don't push yourself for this. It's not worth it.
No,
We'll
no.
we'll
But
come up with
I'm
something.
happy to help out, and hopefully maybe
Yeah,
open boxes might be the option, and people
yeah.
can stop by and
Maybe we'll
help.
have maybe that's the sign I'm supposed to be paying attention that we're just going to open
You
up
you got
boxes
you got
and
a lot of people in your corner, so a lot
yeah.
of people
Hey,
that
Amber, welcome
will come
in.
in
So,
and back you up and
life
do whatever we need
happens.
to do. So yeah, it
And
does
speaking
for
of
sure.
she understands what I've been going through a lot of the trauma drama. So,
Mm,
yeah. Yeah,
mm-mm.
Amber. Yeah, I'm trying to my dad's in ICU. So it's kind of you don't get too positive, but you don't get too negative. You have to just stay with it.
I only
Yeah.
paid Kelly $20 to say that. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
She's become one of
He
my
is an
like she
awesome
comes by
person, isn't
all
he?
the time. She is, and so always tapping on that screen. And she took over like in the sunrise lives that I do in the mornings when
Let's
I'm
talk about
here.
that.
Well,
So,
so let's see how did that come about. Um, I was selfish, honestly, because I mean I was not home a lot in the summer, was keeping the grandkids, and I retired. So let's back up. So I retired from 30 plus years of teaching
mhm.
in May and got on TikTok, had a few followers. The Grace hooked me up with you guys, and
Mhm.
all of your community just kind of brought me in and took me in, and I went to 1,000, and so now I'm able to go live. Well, I'm sitting out doing what I rarely get to do and never could do during school, really, and sitting enjoying the sunrise. And so I sat out there and I was like, you know what? Why not put a camera on this? Why not share this? See who else might want to come in and just enjoy it. I got people like Vicky Joe that are riding the train in Chicago on the way to work. Just a little chill time, just a little chill
Just
moment
chill.
on their way. So obviously, I mean, I was thinking about my fellow teachers. I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to be off by 7:30, the time they're supposed to be there. Like in the afternoons, a lot of times if I'm home and I'm feeling well, I'll do like an afternoon drive time, thinking about my fellow teachers. But there's a lot more people that wind up stopping by, and so even if they only stay for a minute or two, just to see that pretty sunrise and to get to share that with, I think there's usually like between like 500 to 1,500 people that stop by, here and there. Just and may only have 10 that stay, but they pop in and they get to see that little sunrise and maybe see a song or hear part of a verse, and maybe it helps lighten their load a little bit. I don't know. That's kind of my vision for it, and so that's been the consistent one. If I'm home, then I'm going out and I'm going to do a sunrise live about 6:30 our time Central. So
Yeah.
anyway, and I stay until till the sun rises, until it runs me off the porch. So it's going to be 100 and something again today. So it ran me off the
Yeah.
porch pretty
It
quickly
looks like
today.
fall. It's starting to look like fall here, but the heat's saying, no, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I think
Hot and
we
humid
dropped
in
down
St.
10
Louis area.
degrees and then we dropped down another 10. So it's going to be like out of the 90s even in
Mhm.
10 days. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it. We're ready for a break. We don't stay in Texas because we love the summers. We tolerate the summers so we can have decent, chill like winters and get cool air, but not all of the debilitating snow and stuck in
Right.
place for a long time. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't miss the snow. Trust me.
yeah.
Um, So that's the key. So you found that you've tried different time zones of doing your lives, and
Yeah.
you found this sunrise seems to be the best time. Now in
Yeah, I don't
Texas,
know if it's even the best time. It's just like
a
I
good
have
time.
something to offer. It's a good time when I have a view. I put it out there. I have a little backup phone. Kelly has been helping me out, kind of watching it, because if I have to use my backup phone for words or for lyrics or something, then she'll kind of watch the chat. But it's just it seems to have like getting the most positive responses from it. I've got people in Europe that are on lunch that stop
Right,
by. I've got,
right.
people on the East Coast that are already at work, but they're kind of, it's still chill time and they're not quite going, so anyway, it's been a lot of fun. So, and I've enjoyed the ones that get to stop by. We had a really good one. I was in terrible shape voice wise, but
Uh-huh.
Tuesday morning, I think, and just had a ton of people, like 10, 15 people that stayed the whole time, and other people came and went, but just stayed. They interacted back and
Right,
forth, and everybody just
right.
had a really good morning. So I'm like, okay, let's do that. I want to kind of grow and build on that, and let's get more people to share out. So anyway, it's been good.
Yeah. So I have to ask, in Texas, you don't have all that snow and ice stuff like we get. We get all
Right.
everything. We get
Normally,
everything but hurricanes here.
right.
We get tornadoes instead. But
Yeah,
nevertheless, let's not even speak that into an existence.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
trust me. Well, anyway, back on track, squirrel. Can you do this sunrise thing then all year long? Like, will it
So
look?
not at the same time. Yeah, not at the same time, but yes, I'll be able to do it.
It'll have
And then
that
again, it may be from the
warm, summery
perspective
kind of
of my
vibe.
man cave, right? It could be man cave, and I'm showing you the sunrise out the window as opposed to I'm sitting on the front porch, because it does get a little chilly in the morning. So
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we'll
I
see
didn't
where
know
it
how the
goes. And
temperature would
honestly,
be. Yeah,
yeah, the
because
temperature could
when
be
it's
restricted, but
when it's really cold and there's a bunch of snow on the ground,
yeah,
I would love to see a place that didn't have snow. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
So
I
we,
could
we
see where
will
that would
definitely,
be
we'll
appealing.
see. Who knows? Mama, I've only been on here like 3 months, so who
Yeah, yeah.
knows?
You never
We
know.
haven't even
I
got to
mean,
the
I've
fall
had to
yet.
change
So
my times around too for different, for people trying to accommodate. But I still
yeah,
keep my this time because it works for a lot of people when they're at lunch. We have our European crowd who find that it's early evening for them. But it's smaller, but it's more intimate. People here all seem to get along and know each other. So, there's
and
that.
we chose the daytime one because I was nervous about evening. There's a lot more people here, and then I wound up getting one with this late night show on TikTok with Jackson, and I wound up doing it
Mhm.
last night, and so it was like cool. It was a cool conversation. We didn't even get into any of the education stuff, so I'm like, okay, my teacher friends are not going to be happy with me that I didn't talk about all the issues that are going on in education, and it's not the teacher's fault. There's a lot of other things that are out there. So maybe, you and I being former teachers, we'll probably get into that a little bit more. But let me
Yeah,
sing a song. How
Yeah,
about I
let's
sing a
sing.
song
You
for
said you were going to sing for Christy. We were going to go right to the chill.
I've got it.
Let's
Yeah, I've
do
got
it,
a lady pulled up. So a little Kenny Rogers.
squirrel.
You always like to say, hey, Kenny
Oh,
Rogers.
we
We'll do
love
Kenny
Kenny.
Rogers. So
We
sing a
love
little.
Kenny.
This is Lady.
Okay, I love.
Lady,
Oh yeah.
I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have made me what I am, and I am yours, my love. There's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore. You have gone and made me such a fool. I'm so lost in your love, and oh, we belong together. Won't you believe in my song? Lady, for so many years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life, and made me whole forever. Let me take you, wake to see you each and every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. In my eyes, I see no one else but you. There's no other love like our love. And yes, I'll always want you near me. I've waited for you for so long. And lady, your love's the only love I need. Beside me is where I want you to be. 'Cause my love, there's something I want you to know. You're the love of my life. You're my lady. Thank you.
Wow. Sorry I have to leave again, but we'll watch later. Okay, yeah. That is right, Yvonne. If you don't know, for people who can't watch Chat and Chill because maybe they have another commitment like work, I do try to upload it on YouTube if I can download. I'll put it over there on my podcast so that they're available for my people who are sleeping for my Tuesday night. I try to make it so.
Thanks for coming in.
I try to do that for people. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I do. So, and she's one of them who watches it. So yes, I'll have it on there for you, Yvonne.
That's awesome. All right, so let's talk education. Let's talk church.
Let's talk education. He's going full teacher mode.
Not talk education. All right, we got to talk shop a little bit, even though we're both retired. So, in your opinion, what was the biggest issue as you got towards retirement? What was the biggest issue that you saw that maybe the public doesn't know about, like what's going on in education? What are some of the things, or one of the main things that you saw with that? Put a little, I got a brightness on this face. I don't know if I can just.
He's asking me a question.
I'm asking you a question.
We could be here all day on that.
Well, yeah, just kind of pick one of the main ones, and I'll probably.
It is a deep question. You're right, Kelly. It's a deep question. Well, there's all kinds of problems going on right now in education. And a lot of it is people don't always understand what's going on with the requirements, the expectations that are being put upon educators. And I think that's why so many are leaving, so to say. So I did this in a video once, where you think of education.
Not even so to say leaving, not even just leaving, not even interested in.
Some retire, some leave.
Thousands of people show up for these, this looking for jobs. We might have a dozen showing up for looking for jobs now.
Like, and then they find out what's being asked of them, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want anything. I'm out of here." So some of them do that. Some of them stay, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And some of them, when you start getting to the end of getting close to retirement, you're like, "Oh, can I get there? Can I get there? Can I get there?" I can't wait to get there. And it's because of all the requirements that are put upon educators. And I'm going to put it in this sense for you. So I had a year of retirement where I was like, you mean, wow, no stress? Well, there's always some in life.
Right.
I mean, life has its, but not the same stress. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful and very relaxed. But the last weekend with my dad, might make it, might not, that stuff. the stress came back. In fact, my daughter came to me the other day, who's a nurse, and she says, "Hey, Mom." I'm like, "Yeah, what?" She says, "Do you still got any of those big pills?" And she meant my blood pressure medicine, okay? I had to take so much blood pressure medicine that last year or so because of the anxiety and the stress that was being put upon educators, what they were being asked to do. And I did special ed, so that adds a whole nother layer to it. So, yeah, and I don't think people understand. And yes, in every occupation, there is a lot being asked of you. But I see this with my daughter in nursing. And yeah, speaking of the devil, there she is. She's popping in. She's at an appointment today, so she must be only able to pop in. I see this in nursing with her, and I've seen this in education for decades. But it's do more, do more, do more with less, do more, do more. And I think honestly, that's a huge problem.
COVID just piled on that.
Like,
at first, the parents, you remember the first couple of weeks of COVID? Oh my gosh, parents! Oh my gosh, teachers are heroes, and they are. I can't believe.
Yeah, whenever they call you a hero, look out.
Assignment or 2 assignments for the whole week, and
I knew that was not going to.
After about the first 2 or 3 weeks, they're like, "It's all the teacher's fault again." It was all. It's
always our fault.
I was like, "Oh, give me a break!" There's only so much you can do. So.
Anyway, what was the gaslighting expression that the admin would say? We're building the plane as we're flying it. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. It was a unique time, but ever since that, I mean, I just feel like after we got back in the classroom, that kind of it held on, and so the lowered expectation for the kids, the lowered expectation for the parents, more piled onto the teacher, and I tell you, I don't know. Pendulums usually they swing back and forth, so hopefully it gets back to that. I was just always frustrated with, near the end that we had taken all of the onus off of the parent, because I'm like, my grade book's up to date. Like, you can see exactly why your kid has a 64 in my class. You can look at it exactly and see they've had chances to come retake. They haven't done that. They're not even trying to be a student. I need you to be a parent. You be a parent and kick their butt and get them up here. I'm here every morning. Well, I'm waiting. But I can't beg anybody to get across the finish line.
That's another problem in our educational system. Is our society and our expectations for, don't get me going.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I try not to think about all that because I can't fix it. No one person can.
I can't fix it, but I mean, I have solutions. I have ways, and I know a lot of times administrators' hands are tied, and they just it all kind of rolls downhill, and it winds up rolling down on the teacher. But I tell you, there are some fine teachers out there that are still getting into the profession, just like nurses. There are fine people that are still getting into the profession. I want to protect them. I want to do what we can.
Yeah, but they keep
them. And I just think if we can get it out there to the public, hey, do more. If you're a parent, do more. Pay attention to grades. We've got all that stuff. All the tools are out there. Do more in support of, and then the teachers will bend over backwards trying to make sure that they are doing everything they can to get your kid across the finish line and get them prepared for whatever that next step is. So.
Yeah, Lucky says, thank God for teachers. Well, thank you, Lucky, for that. We don't get too much of that. So thank you.
Yeah, no, for
sure. Thank you. Yeah, that's the educational part, where, we could talk shop all day, but, it's big. Yeah, they work hard. They do work hard. Now, there are some that don't.
I was late into it. I was late into the profession. I actually was a music major and got a business minor, so my thought was like music scout. Like I can basically... You let me hear somebody for 1 minute, and I can tell you if they have got that it factor. And but it was just the places that I had to go to do. It was just not necessarily the lifestyle at that point that I wanted to live. And so I kind of fell in love with sideways through a little side adventure with teaching. And so I went back, even though I already had my music degree, I went back and got education stuff so that I could get into that. I was actually choir director for 6 years at a high school, a junior high, and then a high school. Then 9/11 happened. I started reading history for myself, started discovering things, and transitioned later into the regular classroom. And that's where I spent most of my time teaching world history and then government and politics, which is interesting now. I can't remember the last time that I've read anything about government and politics. Obviously, with TikTok, I stay away from anything political, anything religious or whatever.
Good idea.
I have just enjoyed the break from it, but I did enjoy, because I had only seniors the last many years, and trying to teach them, like, this is how it's supposed to work. This is not how it's functioning currently, but this is how it's supposed to work. Finding common ground, moving forward together in a bipartisan, I hate to use that word, but in a way that it's a compromise. I mean, we wouldn't have had a constitution. They would never have left the room in Philadelphia if it weren't for compromise. Nobody walked out, even James Madison, nobody walked out of that building going, yes, I got everything that I wanted. Nobody did.
So exactly. There always has to be.
In 2023, you're going to get everything that you want. You're not. Give us your list. We'll take our list. Let's see if we can find some middle ground here, and let's get something done. But now you can't get anything done, because if you do, then you're helping the president of the other party or whatever it is. It's just
yeah,
silliness.
I agree with that. You have to have, give and take, because
we can put new leaders in there that actually want to compromise and find some middle ground, and let's progress forward together. So anyway, enough of that. Not enough about politics, because that's why I've stayed away from it, because I can get going on that for sure. So
I live in an area where I hear all sides. So yeah.
Thank you for that on the shirt. My daughter-in-law will be very happy. I asked her what shirt should I wear on that interview last night, and she told this one, and I wore a black one instead. So anyway, I wanted to wear this one.
So you did an interview last night.
On the other side. So what's that?
You did an interview last night.
Yeah, and so it's late night show on TikTok. His name is Jackson, and I don't think he's been around. He's an engineer by day, and just does this show. And he talks a little bit about what's in the headlines and does that kind of stuff, and then interviews. The night before I was on, he had some guy talking about cryptocurrency. The night before I was on, he had somebody talking about like a new Uber Eats, like a new brand that's going to bring food delivery to people, just random stuff. And so my initial question to him was, why me? What was it about me? And so what he basically does is like what you do. He sees creators that he likes, and he tries to promote them. Like I've got that Molly Marlene, who I tried to help, send it to y'all to help her get over 1,000 so she can do lives. Or the Juliet, the girl that's from Amsterdam. When I see people that I like that are not to that point yet of being live, to try to promote them, well, he's just doing that with his show. He's promoting people that have come up in his FYP. Hey, man, I really like what they're doing, what they're creating. And so it's just kind of another way of doing it. It's pretty cool.
Exactly. Well, that's cool. That's cool. There's all kinds of people out there doing stuff. So yeah, that's cool. So let's go. Let's talk about you a little more now. So you've not been on TikTok too long. We talked about you have lives that you've been doing a sunrise. And if you're not following him, you should, and maybe share this out, because we just dropped in numbers a little. Well, we're trying to go back up. We need to go up a little bit. Double digits are nice. Anyway, squirrel. That's me. Oops, squirrel. Back on track. So yeah, follow him. Hey, Ruthie, welcome in. You follow him, because if you like a early morning, and what time is that approximately? The sunrise.
6:30 our time. So 6:30 Central is when I start.
6:30 Central.
Sunrise right now is about 7:15, but I kind of show the sky, and I sit over to the side.
So about 6:30 Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
So whenever that is for you, if you would like to see a sunrise in Texas, it's beautiful. You could go to follow him right now, so you can get his notifications for his live. I haven't been able to make that really, because you know what I did since I've retired? I like to sleep in.
Yeah,
I used to get up early all the time, and now it's kind of like, oh, do I have to?
I wish I could. I can't anymore. I mean, I just
I was like that at the beginning.
I'm still awake at 5
that
every morning.
I have a year of retirement on you. So at the beginning, I still kept wanting to get up early.
Yeah.
Now it's like, Yeah, no, I want to sleep till,
Well,
oh
what would
no.
keep me on that schedule is that's my wife. That's when she gets up because she leaves at
Well,
6 o'clock for work. And so that gets us a little bit of time because a lot of
yeah.
times in the evening, by the time she gets home, she's a cancer research nurse. So by the time she gets
Oh,
home,
gotcha.
she's so stressed and she just wants to throw on Up TV or Hallmark Channel and just sit and
Gotcha.
veg and not do, so that kind of gives us a little bit of time. And then it just kind of leads to, okay, well, she's off to work. So let me go out on the porch and share my sunrise with people and sing a few songs and talk and just chill.
You know what's the nice thing about retirement? You can take a nap now.
Yeah,
So if you do a sunrise, you can do a nap later if you want.
that's true.
We couldn't do that before.
I've never been able to nap, but yes, in theory,
It's a
that's a great
possibility for
theory.
your future.
It is that it's there.
I'm
Exactly.
just
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, Lynn,
Yeah.
welcome in. So, you play the ukulele. Are there any other instruments you play? I
Well,
think I've
what
asked you
prompted
this before.
So yeah, what prompted this was originally so band days back in high school. I played trumpet first, and then I played baritone, which is like a small
Oh,
tuba euphonium.
I played baritone
Um,
for years, so yes, I know
okay,
what
there you
that
go. So I
is.
played euphonium, and it was pretty good at that. But then I got to college, and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you half a scholarship for your band stuff. Do you sing?" And I was like, well, I sing in church and like the choir and stuff at
Okay.
church, but I've never been anything organized. So basically, because they would give me more scholarship, like a full ride, if I also sang, I sang, started doing voice lessons, kind of picked up from that point. I play keyboard. I played through being a music major, you had to play a lot of different instruments, but I play piano and keyboard. Well, I kind of started setting what I'm doing now up, and I really had no idea about social media. As a teacher, I stayed off of it. But every day when I would come home from stressful days, I would go straight to my little old piano that was my sister's piano, and it's out of tune as all get out. I've even recorded some stuff on it, but I would play my stress out. So by the time my wife got home, my stress was gone, and I could kind of play a few songs for her or just kind of help her, de-stress from those days.
Oh
But
yeah.
when I started thinking about like going out and singing, carrying a piano with you is not necessarily the most the easiest thing to
No.
do. And so I was looking for some stringed instrument. I've just never been able to stick with guitar. I tried and tried and tried. And I
Hmm.
got me a little toy ukulele, learned a few chords because I already know the music theory behind it, learned a few
Right.
chords and started playing that. I'm like, I think I could do this. So then I tried a tenor ukulele. And then I didn't like, because it had this higher G string here on the fourth string. I didn't like
Hmm.
that. So I found a lower G string. And so I play a
But
tenor
yeah,
ukulele
I
now
hear
and
it.
put a lower G string on there, so it almost gives it a little bit more depth.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just finally stuck with it and got the calluses on my fingers
Oh
and
yeah,
like
you have to do
stuck with
that.
it long enough to kind of get it going. And I've tried other stuff. I've got a ukulele like you, and I've tried it a little
Hmm.
bit to play around on it. I think what I'm learning from my guitar friends that I've made on TikTok is you don't need to play all six of the strings at the same time. Like you can just strum a little bass in the bottom and then play around on these other three, and kind
Hmm.
of switch it up a little bit. So I haven't brought that one out. I haven't sung with the ukulele yet, but it's probably coming because I've been working on that one.
Yeah, I
So
had one of those at school last couple of years because I didn't have a lot of space. So it was easy
yeah,
to hang it up on the wall,
yeah.
than a
That's what I did.
like
I
full
kept mine
size
in the center
guitar.
porch for kids,
Yeah.
and I kept the ukulele up there because basically, if you play just the first four strings, it's like a ukulele. It's tuned the same.
Yeah.
But then I had kids that played guitar, and they were able to play the ukulele. It just sounded a fifth higher than what they're used to.
Yeah.
So we had a good time with it. Probably the last 3 years of my teaching career. I just had it there, and if we get to the end where we had some free time, or most people were done with their work, let the kids come play it some, or I would play it some. So it was really
So you
nice.
played it at school as well. Not interrupting, but hello, Marcy. So did you
Yeah.
ever play it on like a stressful, like a test day, or like state testing is
I
always
did.
stressful?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Sometimes the kids would actually ask for that there the last couple
Yeah,
of years.
yeah, oh
Can
yeah.
you just play something, just something in the background, just to have something going, gives us a little bit of a distraction. So I would wind up doing that and
Hey,
just kind of
Stephen.
mindlessly kind of playing around on the chords and doing whatever. But yeah,
Yeah, they seem to
yeah, for
like
sure.
that chill stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Most of the comments, like I have a lot of former students that stop by at various times, and they're coming, man, I wish you'd have played more. I wish you'd have sung for us more because I didn't really
That's
do a
the
lot of
stuff they
singing.
remember.
But yeah, but I wish you'd have played more because we had no idea that you could sing, because you just played the ukulele. So, but that was actually my first performance. I usually end my lives if I'm on for a long time with Georgia, because Georgia on My Mind was the first song that I played like in public with a ukulele. I had a kid that was a senior who played all up and down the electric guitar, and he wanted to do something for the talent show. He's like, "You're learning to play the ukulele, just let's pick a song and let's do it." So a few of us got together and played for that. And so whenever I do Georgia on My Mind, that's why, because it's kind of like that was the first one that I did in public on the ukulele. So,
well, speaking of that, we've done a lot of chatting, and that's what we're good at as teachers.
yeah,
We know how to fill
yeah,
up airspace
exactly.
with chat.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we need probably do a little chill for them because they're probably
yeah,
getting like, are they gonna
cool.
play?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So what
I've got one pulled up.
you did Kenny.
I
What's
did
another one?
Kenny. This is another. This is a country artist, new. I really first got introduced to him as a rapper, and actually, is one of my former students. That he had like 100,000 followers on whatever it was, Snapchat
Yeah.
or something, some social
Yeah.
media, which of course I stayed off of. But just kind of talking to him, he's like, "Oh, you need to do Jelly Roll Morton," and I was like, "Not Jelly
Oh
Roll, Jelly
yeah.
Roll, the
Yeah,
country
Jelly
singer,
Roll.
Jelly Roll."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, let me check this guy out." Well, most of what I found was like rap stuff, but then I found this song called "Save Me." And I was like, oh man, I instantly connected with that, because I mean, this is where I was 15 years ago when my wife of 15 years now swooped in and gave me a reason, and truly, like, I think saved me from me.
Yeah.
I give her a lot of credit, and I sang the song and dedicated it to her. I always call her Mrs. Uke, but anyway, Mrs. Uke, this one goes out to her, and she doesn't watch a lot of anything. She doesn't watch the Sunrise Live. Like, I say, "Hey, did you see that song that I posted?" And she's like,
that.
I saw this song. Well, it's just whatever comes up in her FYP. Like, I'm not even sure that she knows how to hit the notification bell or whatever to even get it. But anyway, this one was dedicated to her, and I think like 4 days later she finally heard it. But this is "Save Me" by Jelly Roll, and I want to do his the another one that I'm kind of working on, but this is the one that I worked up. So let's see if I can get it out. I had to lower
let's
the key.
do it.
My voice is kind
Let's
of
do it.
But anyway.
All right, here we go.
Somebody save me from myself. I spent so long living in hell. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing that seems to help. All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but I feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. What if the night sky was missing the moon? There were no shooting stars to use wishing on you. And all of my sorrow, I just washed them down. It's the only peace that I'd ever found. All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless. I feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. Somebody save me from myself. I'd spent so long living in pain. Somebody save me.
Had to give it a little pause there because that is a beautiful song.
It is,
Wow.
man, and it hit me. That is Mrs. Uke. I mean, she
Yeah.
gave me a reason. I inherited two stepkids whenever we married. One was 18, one was 15. One was a little more interested in a step something than the other one. But eventually, we're now to our new normal. And I've got grandkids that are my grandkids. They may not be blood, but
Yeah.
they're my grandkids. Each has
Absolutely.
one. I've got another granddaughter on the way, which I'm going to sing a song for the granddaughter that's on the way in March. So I even got to, because I've been around for 15 years now. In April, my stepdaughter got married to a great guy. He's made a great stepdad for my granddaughter who just turned 10. But she asked me to walk her down the aisle, which
Oh.
that's that's unheard of for the stepdad that stepped in there at 15 to get asked
Yeah.
that. And so it's just you see us at holidays, or you see us at get-togethers, see us when we're out there hanging out in West Texas where they live, and you would not know otherwise. You would just assume that I had been around. They've just adopted me and brought me in, and it's really a wonderful, wonderful thing. So.
Wow. They were still, the chat was still going. They were applauding, and Kelly said that she's got one due in March as well, a grandchild. So that's cool.
Okay, well, cool.
Yeah, definitely. It is a proud moment, Stephen, isn't it?
Yeah, it is for sure.
Definitely. Oh, the comments are still coming in there. I'm trying to read and listen.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, I normally would ask you, do you have any music on any platforms or any of those kinds? But you know what? You just started this. So do you have any?
All I do is I just post
do you aspire?
I post the covers on, what's that now?
Do you aspire to do that? That's something you would be interested in ever doing?
If you listen to something, I'm not talking about like the fake people that get to come on and pay $29 so we can get you 100,000 followers. I'm just talking about like people who've been doing this for a year or two. They're like, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
You're going to have 100,000 followers. You're going to have opportunities for some of your original songs. You're going to have some opportunities. You'll have opportunities if there's something that's a really big hit that you can pay money to have the rights to be able to do your cover of somebody else's song. Like, there's a lot of things that I've learned. I have no idea. Right now, this is just a fun hobby. Mrs. Uke, her favorite line is like, how much money did you make today? Is this a money making? It's not a money making thing. If people are super kind and do the gifting things, I came out with 29 cents this morning, honey. So I'll buy your bubble gum this morning. It's not really about that. But if this turns into something else, that would be like, because I retired on about 70% of my teacher pension. We know the teacher pay is not great anyway. So
75% max.
Something that's kind of a supplemental income, and I don't have to go and get a different full-time job, that would be fantastic. But everything's kind of up in the air. The grandkids are 8 hours away, and we want to get closer to them. So everything's kind of in flux right now. But in the end, I hate leaving. You see, if you've been on the sunrise, you see that beautiful sunrise. I hate thinking about leaving this property that her dad picked like almost 50 years ago. This property has been in the family under somebody's ownership. I hate to think about leaving it, but I can't stand being this far away from my grandkids. And they're all out there now. Like the granddaughter just went out last year. And so I don't know. But that's what I was telling my wife. Like, this little hobby I can do anywhere. Wherever we go.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You can do it anywhere.
I'm going to have a back porch. I may not have the sunrise to show, but I could still do its sun is rising somewhere. Come on every morning and still have that time, that chill time, to help people kind of chill on their way to work or whatever. So I don't know.
So you're in Texas right now, but when you say you want to move closer to family, would that be out of state?
Still in Texas. Texas
it's still in Texas.
So huge.
Okay.
It's 8 hours
Yeah,
west,
it is huge.
It's still in Texas. And out there's nothing to stop anything. There's nothing to stop a sunrise or a sunset or a wind. And so basically you get the sunrises and the sunsets. Matter of fact, I posted something saying that Sunrise Live was coming back, but it was a picture that I took the last night I was there in West Texas of just this beautiful golden orange sunset. And because the dust is all in the air, they always kind of have those beautiful sunsets. So anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, so wherever it's at, you will have something beautiful to display. It's cool.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Christy's still here. If Christy's still here, did that song a while ago get you to sleep?
I don't know. Hopefully,
I wonder.
East Texas, Marcy, in East Texas,
He's
like near
East
the
Texas.
Tyler Longview area, in the middle of nowhere. Go in the middle of the state, and that's where I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why sometimes the internet is kind of sketchy because I am in the middle of nowhere. True. For now, anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
middle of nowhere.
Moving into
that's like doing
the civilization area. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like people say, oh, you should do a live from the farm. My mom and dad have a farm. And I'm like, but their internet is not, some days it works.
And if the Wi-Fi is not working, then you can forget about Verizon signal or AT&T or anything. That's not.
Oh, yeah, nothing works there. They are in the middle of nowhere.
So there's Ruthie and Tyler. There you go. There's one of my neighbors right there. Very cool.
Yeah, Ruthie's she's a great supporter here on Chat and Chill.
Awesome. Yeah,
definitely. She's here.
Very close. I could get to you in an hour. We could meet somewhere and.
Artist, hello. Hey, Ruthie, are you home or are you at work? Because she's been off, I know. So, you taking it easy? Because his music could be relaxing. Oh, you're at work. Oh, so she's doing this at lunchtime. Okay.
Very cool.
All right. Okay, back at work. Take it easy. Okay. Yeah. You're at lunch. Take it easy. Relax. This is a good relaxing for you. And on that, let's do a relaxing song. Hello, artist. A relaxing song for.
I've got one pulled up that I want to do for my granddaughter. So
okay, let's do it.
This is another example of like one of the artists that I saw that was new, that only had like 300 followers, but just a super talented guitarist. I mean, she's all over the place. So I duetted her recently, like within the last couple of weeks. And that's when I had to go in and really dig into this song, Stevie Wonder song, Isn't She Lovely?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I had to kind of pull it up and learn that. What's up, artist? What's up? So this is a little snippet from that anyway. I won't do all of it.
Okay, we're going to get you a little bit, Ruthie, before you got to go back to work. Here we go.
Let's see if I can remember how it goes. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. Well, I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely, made from love? Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. But I can't believe what God has done. Through us, He's given life to one. Isn't she lovely, made from love? There you go. Little snippet of that one
There
anyway.
you go. Awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely. Here comes the applause.
This is the. How about another? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate that. About Marcy's sharing out. Oh goodness, she's sharing out. Thank you for the shares, Marcy.
You have 9 shares.
Now I better buckle down. Now I got more people that may be coming in here. I believe I can fly. We won't talk about like the artist who sang it because he's got his own issues. We'll just, when I posted a cover of it, I was like Space Jam because it was from Space Jam. But
Space Jam.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see if I can remember how this goes here. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm kneeling on the everlasting lines. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. There's a little bit of that one. Little background.
You know, that song, I used to use that song at school.
Yeah.
I used to use a lot of little snippets of music.
Yeah.
I had a captive audience. I had kids there, you know,
Sure.
You're at school.
They couldn't go anywhere.
Hey, you don't like my singing? Too bad. That's why I have a day job. But we would change the words up to songs. They would tell me if it was a popular song, you ruined the song, you changed the words. So usually took older songs and changed the words up because, well, older for them. Because, you know, I liked it. It was entertaining for me. And they wouldn't, like, you butchered the song, you know, that stuff. I had 9 and 10-year-olds to deal with. They're very finicky bunch.
The I Believe I Could Fly was actually back when I did choir days, me and all the guys. I had like that, golly, I don't know what that junior high, I probably had 70 or 80 guys that were in that junior high choir, all combined. I combined 6, 7, and 8 all together. And I sang the lead. I was playing piano, and they sang, they sang on the chorus or whatever. So that one has a special memory for me too, because it was something that I shared with my kids.
I used the song at school. I know I can get question marks down there, but I didn't say I could believe I can fly. I would put I believe I can try.
Yeah.
I can believe I can try. Like when they had to do something, I believe I can try. And I played the little sound bite, and then I changed the words up and said, I believe I can try. And then, you know, and then they really was motivational for them. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, hey, how you doing, Abby? Welcome in.
Little asked something, and artist was like, yeah, I was going to ask that same one. I tried to look back to see what.
Yeah. I just changed the word. I changed the words up to a lot of songs. Yeah. In fact, I changed the words so many times that the kids would go home, and if they were with their parents and an older tune came on, they'd say, that's not that word. Those aren't those words. That's the agenda book song. That's this song. That's that song.
Yeah, exactly. They are now. Yeah, this is our new words.
What can I say?
Yeah,
because they can remember things better with music, you know. Exactly. And it was fun.
Well, I didn't see what the question was.
Well, anyway, Abby, they're saying hello to you. I see that. Sometimes it gets filtered. I got to change this. I don't know why that's filtered, but anyway.
I got auto filter going. You know, I hate talking about politics. I took the current and the last few presidents as blocked words. I didn't know that I could do that.
Yes, they're words that you can filter.
Almost all of that. Like all of that kind of bull that they kind of.
That's a good idea.
A chill moment.
It's not about that. You don't want to talk about that. There's some people that come into your lives, and that's what they automatically do. And it doesn't matter what side. I don't care. But they come in, and that's their agenda. And it's like, no, this is not the live for you then. Move on.
Did you not see the chill? CHILL.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're not.
I hope you didn't have that trademark, but because I do like sunrise, hashtag chill, hashtag music. because
Yeah.
that's what I am in the mornings, just
What was
trying
it
to let
on?
people like Vicky Joe that are on that crowded train headed to the job in the middle of the city, just give them a little
Let
something
them
to
chill. Yeah. What was
let
it?
them have a little chill
Tuesday?
time.
Tuesday, somebody asked me what was the purpose of my life. And I go, well, the title's Chat and Chill. I think that's pretty explanatory. I went into
Yeah,
teacher mode. I think that's
yeah,
pretty
exactly. Yeah.
explanatory. We're going to
Let's break
chat. We're
this
going to
down here
chill.
real quick. Oh goodness, that's awesome.
Do I need to do
Yeah,
the over the glasses glare? I
exactly.
mean,
I've got all
whatever.
that. The teacher
You know, all
voice,
that.
a little
You
grumble.
know,
Yeah, exactly.
you know how it is. But anyway,
Mhm.
I don't think the person stayed long. He moved on.
In the last few years, I was so chill that like they never would believe that I had that side to me because I had all seniors, and by that time
Oh,
they wanted
yeah.
to play the game.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so, but there was a couple of times. I remember last year there was one time, and there was a really really sweet kid. She was like the drum major, in the band, like just one of those super super sweet, really smart kids. And she was just like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you have that side to you. And so I was like, are you
Really?
sure? Because I teach, a lot of on-level classes, and there are times when you hear a different side to me. She's like, I just never believe it. She was in a really small class. So anyway, she goes, give me an example. And I'm like, I don't think that you're ready for this. She was
Yeah.
almost
No,
in
you don't want to
tears.
hear it. Oh,
She
no.
was almost in tears because I was just pretending to like get on to somebody in
Exactly.
class that I knew could take it because he really wasn't doing anything wrong. And I mean, she's like, oh my gosh. And said, we've all got it. We don't want to use it, but
No,
we've
no.
all got
That's
it
the
if we have
thing. I
to.
don't want to do it. Oh, yeah. This is my nickname was the bear. So here's the.
Oh, now you poke the bear.
Yeah, and now you poke the bear was a famous. Now you poke the bear, and
Oops.
that means, yeah. Do you want me to go
Oops.
bear on you? They're like, no.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
I
How
don't
much
really
time
want
we
to
have?
do
You
it.
usually end at 12:30. What time? How long do you
Yeah, about
go?
12:30. So we got maybe one
Okay.
more song, and then we'll just chill.
Oh
We'll just
goodness, down to
yeah.
one. So, do you want another Kenny Rogers? I posted one that was from my time, from my childhood, I guess, time in the 80s called Friends. Friends are Friends Forever, Michael W. Smith. I posted that
Yeah,
one a little bit ago. That I had that one pulled up, but we just got time for one. I've got She Believes in Me, another,
that's a good one too.
that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Whatever you
one.
want. You tell me.
What hey, let's ask the chat.
Sure.
Since we only got
Do
9
we
people,
want
we're
a
down
Michael
we're down
W.
to single
Smith or
digits.
another Kenny Rogers? This is
What
just
would
one
you
of those
like?
iconic to me Kenny Rogers songs. I can
I
hear them
do like
singing in my
Kenny.
head. And
Yeah.
I sing it
Yeah.
my own way, but I can still hear
And it's
him
okay. But
singing it.
I like his music. Yes. Yes. It's
While
cool.
they're
It's
while they're
chill.
picking whether they want Kenny Rogers or Michael W. Smith,
All right.
the
I would set a
I
poll,
want
but
I
I
want to
don't know
okay,
how to
well,
do it.
good. Let them do that.
So
I want
Kenny or Michael
to
W. Smith? Go.
I want to shout out a couple of people because there are
You
just a
do that.
few artists that I've already run into in the last 3 months, I guess, a little bit more than
Yes.
that. Like I can't not, I can only just sit back and watch them in awe. Steve Kodnak is one of them. He's recently started singing with his significant other, which is they're beautiful, but his originals are incredible. That new one I mentioned, Molly Marlene. I think she's a West Coast kid, but like 19, 20-year-old young woman, just the voice of, I don't know, it's like a smoky, angelic, like it's just a mesmerizing voice. But then the other one that I want to shout out is Big Tim. Big Tim did it to me again today. Big Tim has started posting more. He was posting about once a week when I first got on here. He started, and he was just doing it for family and friends. And he's got like 5,000 some odd followers. He should have 50,000 or 500,000. He's so talented, but he's a retired entertainer and musician, and you can just see the seasoning in it. But he is probably one of the best storytellers. He did it to me again today. I sent it to Yvonne earlier, a song that I had never heard called The Dutchman, and I just listened to him probably sing it like because he sings a full version 3 or 4 times through, and boy, the depth of that song just started hitting me, and I'm just like, he does it to me all the time. So Big Tim, if you haven't followed Big Tim, go out there and check out Big Tim. He posts incredible stuff. Steve Kodnak, Molly Marlene. I also want to shout out The Grace. I don't know if The Grace, if Vicky made it
I've
in.
invited her.
It would
She could be at
it
an
would
appointment or something.
yeah, I wouldn't have gotten to 1,000 if it hadn't been for her introducing me
Yeah.
to all of y'all. I thought when I
Right.
first got on here that I was the oldest person on TikTok. And then I found another community of retired people that are like, nope, we're on here, buddy. Like, since COVID, we're on here too. And you guys took
Yep.
me over
We
1,000
are.
so I could start doing lives, which I have just loved, loved, loved. And I want to also shout out Soul Gravy. Soul Gravy, the
Yes.
Soul Gravy Radio, Soul Gravy Music. He has started his own radio station. He's introduced me to a lot of songs that I've wound up learning and posting. I was kind of late to country music. I listened to Kenny Rogers, but I listened to Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie. Like, those were Chicago. Those were kind of, I focused on just a few, and I missed out on a lot of the other country from like the 80s and the 90s. And so he goes back, and it's not just country, it's just songs that he likes, but you can get his stuff for free. He's got a radio station on 365 Live.
Yeah.
You type in Soul Gravy, and his radio station will come up. He's a great mix of stuff. So if I'm going out to do yard work, I'm doing whatever, I put Soul Gravy on. He does some lives, and I missed they did a thing where they had a live gig. I don't know if it was able, if they had Wi-Fi or not last night to be able to do it. But he's just a great guy to go hang out with, but has an incredible radio station, and I hope people will check that out. So he was one of those early on that was very, very nice to me and would like my videos and would share my videos, the covers that I did. And so anyway, I want to shout him out too. What one did we?
I got to tell you. Hey,
Uh-huh.
you. I got to tell you. I've seen Kenny, and I've seen. So it's kind of a tie. So I need somebody to break the tie. Can someone break the tie for we know what last song we're going to hear?
I'll save the While She Lay Sleeping, since I did something from Kenny earlier. I did Lady from Kenny earlier. Let me do that one, because this to me is like, it's relevant to our. I know. Hey, I know. Oh, Kenny breaking the tie. Let me do just a little piece of this Michael W. Smith, just in case you haven't heard Friends Are Friends Forever, and then I'll go and I'll end with She Believes in Me. How about that?
Okay, let's do it.
This is from my college days. This was the song that everybody sang at graduations and all this stuff with friends. So, packing up the dreams God planted in the fertile soul of you. I can't believe the hopes He's granted means a chapter in your life is through. But we'll keep you close as always. It won't even seem you gone. 'Cause our hearts in big and small ways will keep the love that keeps us strong. And friends are friends forever if the Lord's the Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause the welcome will not end. Though it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know that a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. There we go. Just one verse, one chorus, and I'll flip over there to little Kenny Rogers to end this song. While she lay sleeping, I stay out late at night to sing my songs. And sometimes all the nights can be so long. And it's good when I finally make it home, all alone, while she lays dreaming. I try to get undressed without the light, and quietly she says, how was the night? And I go to her and say, it was all right. And I hold her tight. And she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me. I told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world with my little song. I was wrong, but she has faith in me, and so I go on trying faithfully. And who knows, maybe on a special night, if my song's just right, I can find a way, while she waits, while she waits for me. Thank you, Abby. Thank you.
Wow.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
That's beautiful. Yes, they're applauding. They're applauding.
Well, thank you. Well,
and if
share that. I'm just, I don't know, you were asking Mama earlier, is this going to turn into something? I have no idea what it could turn into, probably really literally have no idea what it could be. I'm not a big self-promoter, I'm not in that realm, but if I can help people find some chill in their day, like what is so cool to me, like I would have every year about 250 kids that I saw every other day because I had AB scheduled. So total of 250 kids that I saw
AB.
for the whole
Okay.
year. But to see that I've grown to the point to where every day that I post a video, just on TikTok alone, 300, 400, 500 people have watched it, even if they watch just a piece of it. So I really feel like I'm already doing more good than I was doing when I was teaching. I feel like I'm touching more lives. And YouTube is so random. YouTube one day will have 15 people and then the next day it'll have 400. So I just never know. Yeah. But TikTok is very consistent. It's always around 400, a little less, a little more than that people that are going to come on, that are going to get to hear the song and hopefully get a little positive encouragement. And so it's just it's been awesome. So
I was reading the chat and listening. So artist, you have a friend named Mordan that wants to become a guest. Just contact me on the chat and chill, and you can send a message. I followed you back, and we'll make something work out. Okay, all right, yeah, we'll make it work. You artist is vouching for you, so I will definitely we'll look into that. Okay, right now I'm booking in October. However, Tuesday's show, speak of the devil, Tuesday's show, I don't have a guest.
That'd be a good day right there for maybe people.
My guest had to reschedule. I might open up boxes. That might be a good time to just kind of come up and, come on in. And that might be maybe that's what it's trying to tell me. I should just open up boxes and let people come in.
And you'll be strong enough. Like I've had a so-so experience with the boxes where, hey, everybody's going to meet and we're all... And you got people that come on there and they do like 5 or 6 songs while everybody else is waiting. And you're just like, no, that's not how this works. Everybody do one. Everybody do one song and we'll get back to the rotation or whatever. So, yeah.
Well, last week, I was like,
you'll be able to direct things. So,
yeah, well, I know. But last week, it's like, I don't want because there's a lot of anxiety with open boxes because the show is only as good as the people who show up on open boxes. And if you don't care, you don't care. So last week with all that trauma that was going on, things are trying to settle down a little bit. Maybe next Tuesday would be a good time to just open up the boxes and maybe Mordan, you could come in and that would be a good time. And then maybe if all goes well, we just book you on a whole nother show. Yeah, if that's something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and Abby too. She sings. Come on back. I have people come back on open boxes. Maybe you could come and you could do your song maybe or two. Yeah, it's just more. It's more chill than chat and the little chat. But we just kind of make it up as we go on an open box night.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening.
So do something like how we used to have to do those little starter activities or do whatever. come up with some kind of something that's like 5 questions. And so everybody who comes in the box, you ask them 5 whatever little life questions. It could, whatever, you know, you're going to come up with something cool, and then have them sing a song, and just everybody then can kind of get exposed a little bit to different people. And you could use that open night as kind of that opportunity for
but my thing when I say open box versus open mic, they don't necessarily have to sing. You know, sometimes musicians just play an instrument, and sometimes people don't play. They love music, and they appreciate it, but they don't sing or play an instrument. So I try to open. That's the whole premise of Chat and Chill, is to include everyone. So you know, I
have a follower from France. Colors is the colors and something else.
Maybe show whatever talent is you want.
She was trying out a new brush. And I was just like fascinated. I'm just sitting there watching the whole time while she just tries out different colors with this new brush. So there's just so many things that are out there. It's really cool.
Somebody have an artist on. Oh, do we know an artist? Do we know an artist? She'll probably tell me no.
Nope, I don't know one.
He plays acoustic, sings, and is a gentleman. Well, I like that. Those are they're definitely good requirements. Yes, definitely. On that note, you know several. Okay. All right. You know several. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got a big no. All right. No.
Nope. Artist does not know an artist. So,
I have some friends here who are pretty big on TikTok, and they do some really creative things, like on their videos. And I'll say, hey, you want to come up on Chat and Chill and be a guest? No. Some people are not into that. They're just that they don't want to do it. You know, they don't want to come up and be in a box. And I respect that. So, you know, everybody for each his own. So I get that. And if you would ask me when I started this, me coming up on a live and hosting, I would have probably went, no. But here I am. So, you know, everybody's in different places.
Well, and some of it, too, is just people not knowing what to do. Like now I know that I can turn my camera and my mic off.
Yeah.
I can stay in that little box, but I don't have to be like, okay, everybody's watching. So
and the unknown makes it scary,
too. Whatever, just listen in until it's my turn or whatever.
It's like getting up and doing the old-fashioned book report, you know. Like some people are like, no, it's not that. So on that note, we got to end because I'm looking at the time. I got to end. Yeah. So on that note, what we do is we play the song out, and then we do the na-na-na song to let them do their thing. Yeah. They say bye, and we end in the show. So Tuesday looks like it's going to probably be open boxes, unless there's a guest falls out of the sky and says, we'll probably do something. So stay in touch. I'll keep you updated on shows. But next week I was supposed to have Piano Jordan, but he had to reschedule. So he's going to be in October.
Tuesday night I was kind of under the weather. So I saw y'all's, hey, you shared out, and it was like 10 o'clock whenever I woke back up. So I missed all of the whole
Thursday,
show.
I have, he plays guitar. Oh, it's very chill guitar. Very cool. He's my guest on Thursday. Hopefully keep every fingers crossed. And we'll go from there. Okay, everyone? So let's do this. Hey, Kentucky girl, how you doing? We're getting ready to end. Here we go. Here's a song.
Little was a good guess. Little, you're a funny guest.
The Ironhead Challenge Show.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who was here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for just being here. We appreciate it. Definitely. Later, Gators. Have a good day. Yes, little. It does sound like Pool because Pool was the one who did the jingle. He made it. He's my musical director. Here we go. We're going to count down. Here we go.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Bye.